Happy Valentine's Day, Bears. Today is YouTube's 20th birthday. The Columbus Dispatch reported on Monday about a scholarship available to Upper Arlington High School students that was created in honor of 2019 graduate Emily Reardon, who unexpectedly passed away in 2020. This is awarded to an individual that stands out for quality of character. The $2,000 award prioritizes students with extra financial needs operating on an individual education program or planning to attend a 2-year institution or trade school. Emily was a swimmer at UA, and there is a statue outside the natatorium windows in her honor. Students could learn more about this scholarship and others at the College Center or by visiting goingmary.com. The Sound of Music opened last night, and tickets are still available to purchase for the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday shows. Braylon interviewed 2 of the cast members.
My character is named Max Detweiler. He basically is the friend of the captain, and what he does is that he trains the kids for the Cultwork Festival, and he usually is like the one that's like mostly around the children, other than Maria.
My character is Admiral von Schreiber of the Navy of the Third Reich, so I kind of play an antagonistic kind of role against the peace of the Von Trapp family.
My favorite part about rehearsal is just acting in general. I really like my character and how his energy and how like comedic he is and how like his comedy he brings throughout the show. I just really like.
I'd say my favorite part about rehearsal is kind of like the people that we build in theater is kind of probably my favorite part about it.
I would say my favorite song is probably Edelweiss. It's just a nice, slow, beautiful song that I really like. The captain, what he sings. My favorite dance is No Way to Stop It. A lot of people don't know what that song is, but the dance in it is amazing and I love it.
My favorite song is probably his song, No Way to Stop It. I'd say it's pretty cool, very fun to watch. And my favorite dance, I'd say it's the Lendler, which is during one of the scenes in the Von Trapp household.
The musical is such a beautiful scenery. It's not too much energy, too much comedy. It's just like a nice, perfect, slow moving, beautiful musical.
It's really incredible to see how some of the people that we see in class every day just go out there and are completely different people. Like they play these characters so well.
For more information on ticketing for the musical, visit uavocalmusic.org. Upper Arlington High School principal Mr. Andrew Theotto celebrated his birthday this week, and vocal music students surprised him with a song. Take a look at the video filmed by assistant principal Mr. Tom Lombardi.
That was by far the best rendition of Happy Birthday I've ever heard in my life. Thank you so much.
This week, Apple users noticed on their Maps app that the Gulf of Mexico has been changed to the Gulf of America after an executive order by President Donald Trump was made official. According to AP News, the White House blocked an Associated Press reporter from an event in the Oval Office on Tuesday after demanding the news agency change its style on the Gulf of Mexico. Julie Pace, the AP News vice president, said, quote, "It is alarming that the Trump administration would punish AP for its independent journalism," end quote. On Monday, Governor Mike DeWine announced his nomination of former Ohio State football coach Jim Tressel to be Ohio's new lieutenant governor. According to the Associated Press, Tressel was confirmed on Wednesday, and he'll be sworn in this morning as Ohio's new lieutenant governor. Philadelphia is celebrating the Eagles' Super Bowl win this morning with a parade at 11 a.m. Fox News reports that the parade begins at the sports complex and the ceremony will take place on the famous steps from the Rocky movie. Players and coaches will arrive in open buses. And now to sports.
Swim and dive competes at districts this Saturday at Ohio University with a total of 37 athletes competing. Caden Blamer set a new record, breaking 2014 UA alumni Thomas Trace's record with a 49.98 in the 100 back. Hayden Hollingsworth also made waves, breaking the pool record in the 50 free with a 23.13.
On the diving boards, Maddie Vermillion took third place at districts while Mira Wigman finished fourth. Both are competing in states February 20th through 22nd. Boys basketball played Pickerington North on Tuesday. They lost with a score of 58-47. The girls and boys travel to Kaufman tonight for a doubleheader. Girls tip off at 6, boys tip off at 7:30.
The girls basketball Bears won 54-51 in overtime against Olentangy Orange last Friday. They are seeded first in the region for tournament play for the first time in school history. Their first game is against Westland on Wednesday at 7 in the competition gym.
Ice hockey secured the #1 seed in their district and bye to the regional quarterfinal next Saturday. All games are at the Ice House until the Final Four.
Wrestling hosts Westerville Central tonight at 7 p.m. for senior night. It's the last duel of the regular season. Sectionals are next Saturday at UA.
The team will be honoring seniors Luke Ashby, Zach Dellinger, Jack Lloyd, Declan St. Jock, Will Strickland, and Maddie Toohey before the match.
On Wednesday, the Columbus Crew announced that they have transferred Christian Ramirez to the LA Galaxy. The Crew will receive up to $500,000 in exchange for Ramirez.
The Four Nations face-off started on Wednesday. Canada defeated Finland 4-3 in overtime. The U.S. played Finland last night and won 6-1. This means no NHL games for 2 weeks.
And now to Officer Luke for some safety news and the monthly PTO drawing.
Hey Bears, I have a safety update. Reference the car break-ins that occurred back on January 16th. If you were a victim of the incident, please let your parents know. The suspects have been identified and charges have been filed through the Franklin County Common Pleas Juvenile Division. If they have any questions, please contact Detective Joe Kelly. On Thursday next month, March 13th, the PTO will be sponsoring a student luncheon with the Upper Arlington Police Department and myself just outside the College Center during 4th and 5th period lunch. Please check your emails for an invitation from Miss Merriman. Okay, Bears, now for the PTO drawing. I have 4 students to pick. You got Pierce Barnett, Layla Abu Hassan. These are Donato's gift cards, by the way, this month. William Bain, and last but not least, Beatrice Keenan. Keenan Beatrice. Winners, please come down to the studio on the first floor to claim your Donato's gift card. All students have been entered into the monthly PTO drawing. The next giveaway will be in March. Now to Bridget with Community.
Happy Valentine's Day. If you need a last-minute idea, some Valentine's-related activities today in Columbus include You Paint, a pottery place located at Polaris. It's hosting a Valentine's Date Night event. Tickets are online at youpaintpotterystudio.com. And the Columbus Museum of Art is hosting a romantic event for fans of live music with hits performed from films such as Casablanca, When Harry Met Sally, Wizard of Oz, Anything Goes, and more. Tickets are $25 for members and $30 for non-members. Tickets can be found at columbusmuseum.org. Fun fact, according to History.com, the Valentine's Day tradition of giving a box of chocolates started in the 19th century with Richard Cadbury. The Bridget Chocolate Company gained a new technique for making varieties of chocolates and saw Valentine's Day as an opportunity to sell them. The Ohio Department of Health reported on Wednesday the first probable human case of influenza, also known as the bird flu, an adult male farm worker who came into contact with deceased commercial poultry and was infected with the virus. The Ohio Department of Health is advising Ohio citizens to avoid direct contact with wild birds and animals. According to the Ohio Department of Health, influenza illness has gone up by 8% from January in Ohio. The American Red Cross Club is hosting a canned food drive through next Friday to support Columbus Veteran Affairs. Drop boxes for donations are located outside of the science classrooms. Women in STEM is hosting a Lunch and Learn for students next Tuesday, February 18th during 4th and 5th periods with Lori Duguid, Deputy Director of Engineering at the Ohio Department of Transportation. Stop by the College Center or see Mr. Hanselman with any questions. The Computer Science Club is hosting an e-waste drive in February. Anything with a cord or a battery is e-waste and can be recycled by bringing it to the bin of the first floor South STEM Commons. Environmental Club is hosting their annual clothing swap from March 12th to March 15th. Donations are being collected now through March 5th in the bins outside room 1202. WOSU reported yesterday that a new state law that bans multi-gendered bathrooms goes into effect February 25th. On Tuesday, the Upper Arlington School Board removed this policy from May of 2021 that created the all-gender bathrooms. Upper Arlington School Board President said, quote, "Our district will follow the law while continuing to prioritize student safety, dignity, and respect in our school communities," end quote. And now to studio interview with Sierra.
As Burke mentioned, dive districts took place on Tuesday, February 11th at The Ohio State University, and two UA divers, Maddie Vermillion and Mira Wagman, qualified for states next week in Canton, Ohio. I'm here with diver Allison Sarter to learn more about the sport of diving. How did you get into diving, and what is your favorite part?
I got into diving from a friend that just wanted me to join with her, and my favorite part is probably the friendships that I made throughout.
What are the different types of dives, and how are they scored?
So the different types of dives is a reverse dive, which is going off frontward and then going backward. Fronts was just going off frontward, backs going off backward, inwards going off backward, but then diving frontward, and then twisters, so you just twist.
And how are they scored?
They take the average of the scores from all of the judges, and then they multiply it by the DD, which is the difficulty.
How do you prepare for districts and states, and does it differ from your preparation for other meets?
Well, for districts, OCCs, and like those big meets, it's 11 dives, so we're there for a way longer time than we would a normal meet. So just preparing to eat lunch, dinner there, bringing a lot of towels, so just preparing for a longer meet.
What do you think is the best way to overcome fears or mental blocks when diving during high state competitions?
I mean, we just tell each other that the worst thing that could happen is to smack. So if you smack, that's fine. Just try again. And sometimes when it's like really high stakes, you just gotta throw it, and you'll do fine.
Thank you, Allison, for being on the show this morning. You can watch a live stream of the Swim and Dive State Tournament on the NFHS Network. Boys diving is Tuesday, February 18th at 9 a.m., and girls diving is Wednesday, February 19th at 9 a.m. Now let's toss it back to Maine.
This Sunday is the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary celebration. According to AP News, this event will span 3 hours and will be airing on NBC beginning at 8 p.m. During this celebration, there'll be many people returning, including alumni Tina Fey, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Steve Martin, and many more. Even popular music stars will be making an appearance, with Paul McCartney, Sabrina Carpenter, and Miley Cyrus. The Senior Superlatives Forum goes live today, and the deadline is next Friday. Seniors can check Canvas for details. The popular Xbox and PlayStation game Marvel Rivals, which was released on December 6, 2024. Since the release date, the game has accumulated 20 million downloads. Davey checks this out.
Marvel Rivals is a game that I've noticed take off in popularity these past few months. I'm not surprised as to why. According to its website, Marvel Rivals is a team-based 6v6 shooter game that allows you to battle over zones and objectives as your favorite superheroes and villains across the Marvel Universe. I actually do play it and think it's super fun, but I wanted to know what other players around the school had to say in order to find out the root of the game's newfound popularity. Here's what those very players told me.
You know, it's a pretty fun game, except it's free, and a lot of freedom. You can do what you want. It's a pretty awesome game.
Because it does everything a game should do.
All right, now could you expand on that a little bit?
They add new characters, they add new content. The game's actually fun. It's semi-balanced, I'd say. Unlike Overwatch, which is a game they compare it to a lot.
Just because the Marvel fan base is so huge and so loyal, just as soon as all the superheroes are put into a game, it's no surprise that all the fans were so eager to jump on it.
Probably because of the character design and Invisible Woman, I would say.
Because it uses a bunch of Marvel characters and it combines a bunch of gun games together.
Because of how Marvel Rivals is based off Marvel and how big Marvel is, it's also Overwatch 2, essentially. It's just a reskin of Overwatch 2. Two huge fan bases, and people of all ages can have fun. It's just as simple as that.
I highly recommend this game because I think it's super fun, and I always enjoy playing with my friends. This has been Davey Parker reporting for the WARL.
On Wednesday, it was announced that Elon Musk and a group of investors put up a bid for $100 billion to purchase the technology behind ChatGPT named OpenAI. But OpenAI is unlikely to sell as CEO Sam Altman shut it down on X on Monday, stating, quote, "No thank you," end quote. And now for the food news of the week. This season, fast food chains centered their new releases around Valentine's Day. At Nothing Bundt Cakes, a chocolate-covered strawberry cake was released, and at Starbucks, they brought back the chocolate hazelnut cookie cold brew and the chocolate strawberry cream frappuccino. That's all we have for today, Bears. Have a great weekend.
So